Hello, I'm Jeffrey and welcome back to the channel. Now, journaling has literally changed my life, and that may sound like I'm exaggerating for effect, but I've been journaling for 4 months now, and this one habit may have had the biggest impact on my mental well-being to date. Now, prior to starting this practice, I cannot remember a time that I wrote a journal entry for more than a day in a row. And the last time was probably back when I was in high school or something, almost 2 decades ago. So I was really coming into this exercise as a blank slate. I really had no idea what to expect other than what I had heard talked about on different videos on YouTube. And the one consistent thread that kept coming up was how it was a catalyst for self-improvement and could improve our state of mind. So I thought I would give it a try. I figured that if there was ever a time to improve my mental health, then I would never have a better time than now, after the year that we have all gone through. And I must say that journaling has had a profound impact on me. And in this video, I'm going to go over why I would recommend journaling to others and some thoughts about what I think are key aspects of the journaling mindset. So let's get started with the why. Why do I think journaling has had the impact that it did? And 3 main reasons come to mind. The first is that it gives you the opportunity to get to know yourself. There's a quote that I've experienced numerous times while journaling, which is, "How do I know what I think until I hear what I say?" It's crazy how much of yourself is revealed as you put words down on a page. If I thought I knew myself before, then journaling has quickly undermined that assumption. I feel like my mind just keeps recycling the same surface thoughts over and over again, and it's only through transferring them into the physical world that you are able to follow the breadcrumbs to a deeper level of understanding and meaning. You ride those trains of thought to their destinations and uncover whole landscapes within yourself that you didn't even know existed. It is like we are strangers living in an unknown country, and journaling is how we explore that frontier. The second reason is that it gives our minds the ability to let go of thoughts, fears, anxieties. Like I just mentioned, our minds have the tendency to recycle the same thoughts over and over again. And if those thoughts are negative, it can be to the detriment of our mental well-being. It's as though we are afraid we will lose them, so the only way we can retain it is to keep it running in the RAM of our minds. But once you write them down, not only can you work through those insecurities more easily, but you can actually start to let go of them. You don't have to try and hold on to them for fear of losing out on the lessons those experiences can teach, because you know they are stored on paper, either real or digital. The third reason that I found journaling to be beneficial is that it keeps you focused on the commitments that you have made to yourself. It gives you the opportunity to keep front and center the things that you want to start doing and the things that you want to stop doing. When you have to write about it, it becomes harder to make excuses or to fool yourself into thinking that you're making progress when you actually aren't. Richard Feynman said that the first principle is to not fool yourself, and you are the easiest person to fool. Journaling was the thing that kept pushing me to start this YouTube channel. I had the intention that I wanted to do it, and every day that passed that I wrote about it and wasn't doing it, it became harder and harder to make those excuses, waiting for this to happen or for this next weekend or for that. And writing made all of that much more salient as excuses. If all I ever did was think about it, who knows how long I could have successfully put it off for. Similarly with things that you want to stop doing. When you find yourself writing about the same things you regret doing day after day, it keeps your eyes open to exactly where you still need to make an effort. So those are the 3 reasons I have found so far. Know thyself, letting go, and focus on improving. I'm sure as I continue with the practice that there will be many other reasons that reveal themselves. And the crazy thing is that this is just after 4 months of the practice. So it's not like you need to wait years to reap the benefits of this. It really becomes available to you from very early on, especially if you approach it with the right mindset. So now let's cover what I think is critical to the journaler's mindset. The first and most important is that if you want to get anything out of this, then you need to write for your eyes only. You need to internalize that intention explicitly, because the goal is to be honest, raw, unedited. You don't want to leave anything out or waste time trying to make it pretty. It needs to be you. The words on the page should be a mirror for your soul. You just can't do it if you're viewing your writing through the perspective of others. So don't worry about being judged by other people, because if we do, then we begin to judge ourselves. Be unapologetically yourself. Also, don't try to edit yourself. The goal isn't to write prize-worthy prose. Journaling is not about what is written, it is about the act of writing. The value comes from just putting words on the page. It doesn't need to be perfect, it doesn't need to be pretty, it doesn't even need to make sense. So forget about grammar, spelling mistakes, punctuation. Just write and focus on making it enjoyable. Do what is going to keep you coming back. The goal is not to write a 100-page manifesto every single day. The goal is to show up every day. So don't sit down to write with expectations, because expectations are the walls that we put up to prevent us from exploring. If you feel like you've written enough, then give yourself permission to say that this is enough. I found that some days the floodgates open and things that are inside me just come rushing out faster than I can capture them. And other days the riverbed is dry. The goal is not to make it flow every single day. The goal is to show up every day so that you can be there when it does. So if pen and paper is your jam, then use that. If you prefer keyboard and digital, then use that. The point is that you should do you. If carving stone tablets is what it takes, then that's what it takes. If it changes from week to week, day to day, don't sweat it. What you use is not important. The real tool is your mind. So show up with that and use whatever is at hand. Next, write about whatever is on your mind, not what you think you should be writing about. There's a really good quote from David Allen in his book, Getting Things Done, that talks about taking care of what has your attention. He says, the most important thing to deal with is whatever is most on your mind. The fact that that it shouldn't be on your mind is irrelevant. It's there, and it's there for a reason. And lastly, just get started. The beginning is half of every action. Oftentimes, the friction of just getting going holds us back. So on the days where I don't feel like I have anything to say, I just start by writing, what do I want to talk about today? That's often enough to overcome the blankness of the page and to pop the cork that is holding back my thoughts. So those are the things that I think are critical to the journaler's mindset. And I really hope this video has inspired you to start journaling if it isn't already part of your daily routine. And if you already have a journaling habit, I would be interested to hear if any of the above resonated with you and if you found additional benefits from the practice. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.